If this was a card game, Putin would have the best hand. His trump card? Donald Trump himself. The US president seems to be on Putin's side. He's been praising the Russian leader, repeating Moscow's talking points and hinting at a summit. Listen in.
I've had very good talks with Putin, and I've had not such good talks with Ukraine. They don't have any cards, but they play it tough. But we're not going to let this continue. This war is terrible.
A dictator without elections. Zelensky better move fast, or he's not going to have a country left. Got to move fast, because...
All that in just 30 days. It makes you wonder, why does Trump like Putin so much? Is it just politics? Is it ideological? Or is there something sinister here? First, some context. Trump and Putin have always shared warm ties. In the 2016 campaign, Trump praised Putin. When he won, Putin was among the first leaders to congratulate him. In office, that equation continued. Both leaders met in 2018 for a summit. It came in the backdrop of Russian meddling claims. The FBI said Moscow had interfered in the 2016 US election. But after meeting Putin, Trump rejected that. In other words, he sided with Putin over his own intelligence agencies.
All I can do is ask the question. My people came to me, Dan Coates came to me, and some others. They said they think it's Russia. I have President Putin. He just said it's not Russia. I will say this. I don't see any reason why it would be, but I really do want to see the server.
So the warmth is not new. The question is why? There are 6 main theories around it, around why Donald Trump likes Vladimir Putin. These are theories. Number 1, that Trump colluded with Russia, that Putin meddled on Trump's behalf in 2016. Now, this angle was investigated by the FBI and the US Justice Department, and that too for almost 2 years. And what did they find? Nothing. No evidence of collusion. These probes were criticized in later reports. They said the FBI acted in haste. Either way, no evidence of Russian meddling. Theory number 2, that Putin has dirt on Donald Trump, basically some sort of compromising material. This became all the rage in 2017. A former British spy published a dossier on Trump's alleged links to Moscow. And guess who hired this former spy? Trump's opponent, Hillary Clinton. The dossier was later proven to be fake, yet the allegations have not stopped. Theory number 3, Trump is obsessed with strongmen. As weird as it sounds, it fits a pattern. Trump has cultivated good equations with authoritarian leaders like Xi Jinping of China, Recep Tayyip Erdogan of Turkey, Kim Jong-un of North Korea, and of course, Vladimir Putin of Russia. Trump himself has shown autocratic streaks, so maybe he admires people with the same qualities. Theory number 4, Trump is not a Cold Warrior. Now, the Cold War was a titanic tussle of the 20th century, the United States versus the Soviet Union, capitalism versus communism. This conflict created distrust towards Moscow in the US, and it continued even after the Cold War ended. Many senior US politicians lived through this period. They rose through the ranks during the Cold War, so their default policy was anti-Russia. Now, Donald Trump is the same age as them, but he was not a politician during the Cold War. He was a businessman. So his approach to Russia is not colored by history. Theory number 5, Trump is a realist. He understands what is possible and what is not. Russia is a $2 trillion economy. It has the largest nuclear arsenal on the planet. It is also the biggest country by size. So you cannot work on global problems without Russia, whether it's arms control or climate change or supply chain resilience or energy security. Without Russia, you cannot address these challenges. Which brings us to the final theory. Trump has business interests in Russia. Now, this theory was peddled by his former lawyer as well. His name is Michael Cohen. Cohen says Trump did not expect to win the 2016 election, so he tried to make the most of the campaign. How? By praising Putin to secure Russian funds. Trump had sent Cohen to discuss real estate deals. His plan was to build a Trump Tower in Moscow, that too with a free penthouse for Putin. I know all these theories sound plausible. They also sound like a juicy bit of gossip, but chances are it's not as scandalous or explosive. Putin may have problems at home, but abroad he has gotten along with most leaders. In the Arab world, no problems. In Asia, no problems. In Africa, same. And even in Europe, he's done quite well. Putin was very close to former German Chancellor Gerhard Schröder. Putin took him on a sleigh ride during Christmas. He even visited Schröder's home on his 60th birthday. Same with former French President Nicolas Sarkozy. He visited Moscow even after leaving office. In 2023, he defended Putin's invasion, which is clearly a sign of close ties. Another example is Italy's former Prime Minister Silvio Berlusconi. He partied and hunted with Putin. So my point is simple. The Russian president may be rough around the edges, but he gets along with most people and gets along well. In that sense, Trump is not the exception here. He is the norm.
Merci beaucoup. Hi, how are you?
Very well, thank you.
Thank you for being here.
Namaste, Mr. President.
Bharat ke logon ko meri namaste.
How many people generally follow you in interviews?
Typically in a month, we have viewers up to 150 million. That's more than twice the population of France. And in the last 2 years, we had 3 billion viewers. So I say, Laurent, this is your chance to be famous. You're on Firstpost. One word to describe your equation with Prime Minister Modi.
Amitié.
As India and France work together, are you creating a new era of non-alignment in the technology space?
India is a training superpower. 1 million engineers a year, more than all of Europe and the US combined. So we have that partnership. We have a partnership on the environment and the economy. We also have civilian nuclear programs. And that is something we've developed far beyond the France-India relationship. So we want to work together on AI.
And then comes China with its DeepSeek, creating models at a fraction of the cost. Did that innovation take you by surprise? Did that breakthrough make you sit up and think, what did the Chinese do and how?
But what did DeepSeek do? They took everything that was already available from the last AI model and then they recalibrated it.
So are you going to ban Chinese AI in France?
So we don't have this American approach of banning tech because of where it comes from.